I am back after a long overdue time off. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Informal. It is August 6th. It's beautiful weather out here in SoCal. Big news happening just a few days ago that was announced on August the 2nd. It is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Samsung has finally announced, and the Galaxy Note 7 release date is actually next week. I need to check on the date. I think it was August 12th. Anyways, it's a big news. Not only that, is the 6th iteration of the Note line. Please note that Samsung has made their model numbers consistent, meaning there is no Note 6. They skipped the 6 for namesake, branding, and marketing, and move on to the Note 7 so they can coincide and be consistent with their modeling numbers such as Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, and the Note 7. First and foremost, we gotta talk about the specs. It is using Qualcomm Snapdragon 820. The specs is basically like the S7 Edge, 12 megapixels rear camera. What else we got? Oh, new specs right here: IP68 certified, dust proof, and water resistant. Not waterproof. Please make sure you know that. There's a difference between water resistant and waterproof. It is actually rocking the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 front and back. Unlike the Note 5, which was using the old Gorilla Glass 3, I think. And it's still keeping the 5.7 inch screen, the Quad HD screen. It's rocking the new Marshmallow Android. It also has face detection, OIS. Not only that, it finally brings back the micro SD expansion compared to the Note 5 not having expansion. And it finally adopts the USB Type-C. That's 3.1, not 2.0, not 3.0. That's Type-C, people. That means that it is reversible. Not only that, it's the data transfer is much faster compared to the previous generation. It also has better, higher capacity. It's actually 3400 milliamps. It also has new colors, blue coral. That's different from the previous Galaxy Note 7, which had black sapphire, gold platinum, silver titan, and white pearl. Gone is the white pearl from the Note 7. That is quite interesting that the Note is not having the color white. The Note 5, the Note 4, Note 3, Note 2, and I think the Note 1 also had the white colors availability. Anyways, those are the specs. Compared to the S7 Edge, it's not really a difference in spec wise, except obviously the S Pen. Not only that, the Note 7 actually has a symmetry in design, which is the glass curve and also the glass curves in the front and glass curve on the back, which makes things symmetrical front and back. So a lot of things to talk about, and where do I start with this rant? Well, I'll leave a link down below, and I'll leave a link on this video on my Note 5 rant. And so the first thing obviously is, let's compare it to the Note 5, okay? One thing that people are not pointing out, not only that the media and YouTubers out there are not pointing out, is that the Note 5 had a Wolfson DAC, high fidelity audio, and the Note 7 is using the Qualcomm regular DAC. That means that the Note 5 has a higher fidelity in audio sound. I don't understand why people are not pointing that out. If you love music and you love audio music and you consider yourself an audiophile, I would think that's something of a downgrade compared to the Note 5. So that's one interesting that I've noticed that people are not talking about. Sticking in the Note 5, when Samsung announced that the Note 5 did not have micro SD expansion. They said that it was impossible, or um, with the way that the Note 5 was designed, it couldn't be done. And so here we are with the Note 7 with a micro SD expansion. I've been really telling people this all the time. We've been designing smartphones for the last 6-7 years. It doesn't matter what kind of design you have, it's all about engineering here. A good engineer would know how to integrate certain features. I think that when I saw the X-ray of the Note 7, I think that it could have a bigger battery, it could have a removable, or actually user-friendly removable battery. It can also have a micro SD expansion. That can even be done on the Note 5. So if it can be done on the Note 4, why not on the Note 5 and the Note 7? You get what I mean? I just don't understand what's the design language of Samsung. I know they want to go all premium, solid build, all glass. I don't really care. But in terms of user friendly, in terms of practicality, it's just not there compared to the Note 4. Color availability compared to the Note 4, the Note 4 actually had 4 colors. That's black sapphire, gold platinum, silver titanium, white pearl. So the Note 7 has a blue coral, silver titanium, black onyx, and the gold. The gold will not be available in the US. I don't understand it. I think they're trying to say that the silver titanium and the gold look too similar. I don't really care. Gold is gold. Platinum is platinum. I can tell the difference between the two colors. But anyways, the hottest color in the Note 7 is the blue coral. But I think that the Note 5 has a better selections in terms of colors, because all the colors are there that you needed. Black, gold, silver, white. I mean, what else can you ask for? Now, I still keep the Note 4. Talking about the Note 4, let's compare the Note 7 to the Note 4. The Note 4 has the IR blaster, user-friendly removable battery, micro SD expansion. Anyways, IR blaster is still missing, or they removed it. It's not coming back, people. I'm saddened about it. The removable battery, still sad about it. I don't understand why. If we learn something from Samsung engineer, they could do a lot of things. If you notice that the Galaxy S5 is waterproof, and you're telling me that you cannot have a back cover, opening back cover in the Note 7, I know what you're gonna say, people. You're gonna say, oh, the S5 had a plastic cover. I don't really care, but the fact is, it was waterproof. It's the same thing. Not only that, it was dust proof too. Doesn't matter if it was plastic or a glass. But the fact is, the S5 had a removable battery, but the Note 7 doesn't. Even the Note 4 had a removable battery. I think the Note 7 should have removable battery. Not only that, it can be engineered to have one. It's all about the design of it, people. I mean, I've met a lot of designers telling me that it can be done, but Samsung doesn't want to, because they know for a fact that in 1 to 2 years the battery will degrade, and sooner or later you're gonna have to buy a new device. That's what they want. They want you to buy a new device after 1 to 2 years. And so obviously the IR blaster is not there. But anyways, based on the specs that I've seen, I've also felt the Note 7 at the T-Mobile store. I still think in terms of feature wise, the Note 4 is the greatest of all Note. But in terms of handling, I do like the Note 7 handling. I felt it, and it was great. It was smaller than I expected. And in terms of practicality, I do think that the Note 7 was easy to handle. But in terms of features, it cannot compare to the Note 4. Don't tell me about specs. I already know that the Note 7 has better specs, but in terms of features alone, let's be real. The Note 4 is better when it comes to the Scream Up memo. The Note 4 has that due to the Marshmallow update. Obviously, still has the S Pen, and I'm still keeping my Note 4. and I don't see no reason to upgrade to the Note 7 unless my Note 4 upgrades. But then again, I can also buy a second Note 4. And now to the biggest rant of them all. I'm sorry for keeping this video really long, but I just really want to make sure I'm very clear to my point. Is if I was a first time buyer going to any carrier store and I tell them, give me the best phone you have. You'll give me the iPhone 6s, the Moto Z, the HTC 10, LG G5 or LG V10. You give me the S7, S7 Edge, and you give me the Note 7. Now I'm going to tell you, I want a good camera. Okay, that brings me to the top 3, which is LG G5, Note 7, the S7s, the iPhone. Okay, then I want a high battery capacity. That will give you the S7 Edge, the iPhone 6, and the Note 7. Okay, what if I say I want an Android? Okay, that leaves 2, S7 Edge and get Note 7. The first thing that you people are gonna say to me, you can't do that. You must compare to the Note 7 to the Note 5. Look, I already talked about it. It's an upgrade, but there are certain features that the Note 5 has that the Note 7 does not. Anyways, back to the topic. S7 Edge and Note 7 are similar, very similar in terms of specs. Both rocking the Snapdragon 820, micro SD expansion, design language, headphone. 12 megapixels camera. What else? Look wise, glass, the same design, front glass and back glass. But there are few differences that makes the Note 7 a downgrade. The S7 Edge has a 3500 milliamps, but the Note 4 has a 3400. You're telling me that a bigger phone has less battery capacity? That's ridiculous. Not only that, the screen size is no different. S7 Edge 5.5, Note 7 is 5.7. The only difference is, if you really want to put it in the basic essence, the only difference is the S Pen. The S Pen is helpful. I use it in my Note 4 and it's practical. Not only that, you can do a lot of tricks with the S Pen. But here's what I do not understand. Of all the Note from previous Note, the Notes have always been a monster in specs compared to the S line. But now the S7 Edge is actually might be better choice than the Note 7 other than the S Pen. And if you really need that, people are telling me in terms of battery, oh, they have to make room for the S Pen. Are you crazy? I actually think that the Note 4 could have 4000 milliamps. Then 4000 milliamps with its size. Again, it's all about engineering here. You know, think about it. Just looking at the size of Note 7, you would think, oh, it's a bigger battery, bigger everything, but apparently not. I think that the Samsung is trying to make the S series be the focus here, because it is the flagship. Don't get me wrong, but to me the Note has always been a monster. It's like a experiment gone bad ever since the Note 1 and Note 2, but the Note has always been king when it comes to phablet, and it introduced the industry in terms of the phablet. But anyways, in conclusion, I actually think the Note 7 is alright. If you're coming from the Note 5 and you want a Note 7, I say upgrade. If you're coming from Note 4 and you want to upgrade, I think in terms of features, you keep the Note 4. Practicality, Note 4. In terms of design, specs, then you go by the Note 7. But in terms of just practicality, I still think the Note 4. And not only that, I actually think the Note has lost its soul. It's not the same Note as we are familiar with. It is not the Note 4 that we can look at and say, you know what, this is better than the S line. Anyways, this is Mr. Informal. Sorry for the long rant here. I apologize for the long video here, but I hope you enjoyed my rant. I'm just a little frustrated with Samsung designs and Samsung company itself. I hope you all enjoy yourself, and if you do have the Note 7, I'm not mad at you. Again, I actually like the Note 7 in terms of look, but again, hopefully you all enjoy out there, and I'll see you in the next one.